because we have not been taught how to transition our generational wealth. Here it is, you done worked all those years and whatnot, and you put your money into a 401k. Great thing, right? Well, the average 401k, brother, is only worth $48,000 when it's exercised. You know, so you basically taken for 40 to 60 years, however long you work, you've taken your money and allowed a stranger to take your money every week. And he works for an investment company, right? He works for the his allegiance is to the investment company. You're a number. You mean nothing to him, right? Now, the investment company that he works for is in bed with white America. Is in bed with all these companies. A lot of these companies are horrible. Just gonna keep it real. A lot of these companies that you may think are good companies, you know, they're horrible. Their books are horrible. They don't make a lot of money and things like that. So you're working, and now here comes the pandemic, right? The pandemic comes along and the markets go down, right? Well, they got your money tied up in so much crap that they're unable to take such a hit. You know, so let's just say if a company has 40% debt, that means for every $100 they have to spend $40 just to service their debt, right? When a pandemic, which is the case with a company like American Airlines, for example, right? Well, American Airlines, they have astronomical amounts of debt. Now here comes the pandemic. They can't take that blow. They're going to need the American public. So if the government had allowed it, they would be underwater right now, and your money would be underwater too. However, if you knew how to do what's taught in this course, if you knew how to do your due diligence and to pick quality, well-run companies, you would pick a company like a Southwest, which is still an airline company, but Southwest didn't have as much debt. So now, pandemic comes, they could take a licking and keep on ticking. Whereas so your money, your investment in them is much more safe, is what I'm really trying to get across. And a lot of times people want to get involved in the stock market. And what baffles me, brother, is I've discovered that a lot of people are just jumping off the roof, meaning they're just getting involved without any knowledge whatsoever. They don't know, they don't even know what to look for. It's a lot of companies that you may think that's a great company because you may think that they make a lot of money, such as Uber. You know, I'm pretty sure if you ask anybody, do you think Uber makes a lot of money? They'll say, yeah, you know, Uber ain't made money since they've been around, right? It's not something that I personally would invest in like that. I look for a particular criteria. I look for longevity. I look for profitability. I look for making sure that they don't have a lot of debt. These are things that there's a lot of things that you need to look, very little small things that you need to pay attention to and not invest in your feelings. Allow the books to tell you everything you need to know about a company. I don't care about how I feel about a company. I want to be able to invest in something, hold these companies in my portfolio for years. I want to be able to pass these down to my children. I want to be able to pass these down to my grandchildren and this is how you transition generational wealth. This is how you make sure that the next generation is better off than the previous one. Whereas you're doing things to set them up and you're teaching them what you've learned. There's people right now who don't. My grandmother is still alive. She has a building right now. We don't know who she gonna get this building to. We don't know nothing. And soon as, I hate to say it, but the truth is the truth, right? When my grandmother leaves this earth, the whole family gonna go into an uproar, and it's gonna be a big fight. We see this all the time, and the houses end up lost to taxes and all kinds of foolishness and whatnot. Why? Because we don't even have these conversations. It's time for us to start rising up our consciousness and start doing things to ensure that our children are not faced with the same poverty that we have that we're enduring right now. And one thing I know, they say money can't buy love. I don't know nothing about this, but I know for a fact money can't buy poverty.